What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, Ben Ballion, back with another episode of the Sports Pod. Today, the Knicks win Game 1. Get the Philly boys out of the Garden. Joel Embiid, you foul merchant. Mitchell Robinson is that guy. Josh Hart is that guy. OG Anunoby hit a clutch 3. And Deuce McBride. Oh my goodness, what a win. I'll get into all of it on the other side of the intro. Hit it.
That ball is out of here! Out
of here! Into the episode. Knicks win this one 111-104. Knock off Philly in Game 1. Hey, where all the Knick haters at? Job's not finished though. Job's not finished. You know, we got that's 1 of 16 wins. 1 down, 15 more to go. And 104 for the series. Just gotta keep rolling. Keep playing ball. Keep hooping. Josh Hart. Josh Hart had me mad, I can't even lie. With like 5 or 6 minutes left, missing some wide open threes. But then he hits that contested 3 on the wing. Bro, I flipped out. That was incredible. He is New York. He reps New York. He had the NY braided in his hair. Bro, he represents New York so well. And I'm honestly so happy he's on our team. And then you look at that trade. Like what the Knicks gave up for Josh Hart and Scam Reddish and Svi Mykhailiuk. Like they really gave up nothing for a huge part of our team. I mean, another Leon Rose masterclass. We only made one move last deadline. I thought we should have done a little bit more, but Leon had a plan, and it's showing right now. We are poised to make an NBA Finals run right now, and it's incredible. It's got feelings of 1994. This team, the 94 Knicks represented New York. They were a New York style basketball team. The Knicks are a New York style basketball team. It's honestly amazing. And then OG knocking down that other 3. I mean, come on, man. It was just all around a great win. Had me nervous in the first quarter. But I mean, after that second quarter, and then when Embiid went down originally, I thought he was done for the series. The way his eyes were, it didn't look right. It was creepy. I mean, I never want to wish injury on a player. So I was hoping he was like okay, obviously, but like, I don't know. It was a crazy good win. Great way to start the season or the playoffs. But the job's not finished. A lot of work to do. The Knicks need to keep rolling. And I'll get to the to the starting Deuce over Devo debate in a minute or two, because I definitely want to spend some time on that. But I just want to go in with Mitchell Robinson. What a performance. Playing 28 minutes, and he came off the bench. He gave us tremendous minutes. Tremendous. Locking Embiid up, not fouling him too much, and I think that's the biggest part of this game. Embiid did not take a ton of free throws, and that is a huge part of why we won this game. Embiid is such a big foul merchant, crybaby, that he gets all these calls. But Robinson, hands straight up, show of hands. And then another thing I thought while we were on how we guarded Embiid well, we switched on him, and there were points where Deuce and Jalen Brunson had switched and they were guarding him, but which wasn't the good part. But I thought Mitch did a really good job in switching back and getting back to Embiid. Just a really good showing for Mitch. Looked like he had his legs back under him. And just got to keep going. Hartenstein did not look as good as he has in the regular season. But just the playoff nerves, I think he'll be back to normal on Monday. And the Garden crowd, oh my God. It's always loud in there. But the fans know right now this run is special. This team is special. This team is different. The Knicks have a chance to go on a long run, and a deep run into this playoffs. And it starts with the first round. Just got to keep plugging away. Until we win that NBA Finals, bring the Larry back to New York, job's not finished. We need a job's not finished counter, by the way. I've said it a lot. And now getting to some of the Deuce over Devo stuff. Honestly, I don't mind it. Devo has had a career year, obviously. Broke the Knicks single season 3-pointers made record, and has shoot it at an incredibly high clip. But if he's a very streaky shooter. He's had a very good year. But if he's not on fire and if he's not shooting well, he's a good defender, but I would rather Deuce in the game. Tyrese Maxey was getting buckets at will when Dante was on him. Deuce was strapping him up. Deuce was giving him no room. Deuce has the quickness. Maxey is a very speedy guy. He's a better version of Quickly, essentially. Shout out Quick. But Deuce and his offense was going. I think he started the game 3 for 3 from deep. Had a really nice lefty kind of hook layup thing off glass. And just a really good night for him. I think the player of the game, it's got to be Josh Hart. I mean, another double-double. I got to see how many assists he had. I don't really know. I know he stepped up when it mattered most, though. And when he got the ball in his hands, I didn't want him passing. Honestly, I wanted Jalen Brunson passing the ball to him. And that's the beauty of this Knicks team. It doesn't have to be Jalen Brunson getting at the buckets. Other guys step up, and other guys score when they have to. There are times when they don't score because Jalen's doing the heavy lifting. But then when he's getting double teamed and triple teamed, and he's doing a very good job of getting the ball out of his hands, Josh Hart's right there to knock down threes. And he said it after the game. He said he knew Nick Nurse and that coaching staff was going to dare him to shoot threes. So he tried to get as many shots up before game one as he possibly could. Shout out Josh Hart, man. Putting the city on his back tonight and just having an all-time playoff game for the Knicks. I mean, this dude was going ballistic from deep. And I'm so happy this playoff run is happening now. Because it's all going to be on tape for me to go back and listen to. You guys can go back and relive every game of it. Essentially, like, everything about it. And not only listen to this, but all these games are going to be out there online. You could find it on, like, YouTube or whatever. Like, this is an era with social media where you don't need to watch it live. You can watch games after, and there's so many highlights out there that you don't even need to watch the full game to really get the gist of it. I watch every game, obviously, but you don't really have to if you don't have the time for it or whatever. But all this playoff run, I mean, this is gonna be great. I'm so hyped up. What? Hyped up. Just gotta keep working. Gotta finish the job. Job's not finished. Just like Kobe said. He was a pretty good basketball player, some people say. Next game on Monday. Gotta expect these guys to come in, the Sixers to come in here determined. They want to get back at you. I don't see the Knicks losing at the Garden. I think Knicks win games 1 and 2. Philly takes either game 3 or 4 at the Wells Fargo Center, and then Knicks close it out. Game 5 at the Garden. The Garden. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. Jalen Brunson, 3-pointer, close out the series. End it. Put New York on his back. Go New York, go New York, go. This is going to be tremendous. I am so excited. And, OG playing really good defense. There were a couple possessions where I thought Josh Hart, there was at least one time, I know Josh Hart just let Tobias Harris walk right past him and slam it home. Cannot have that, especially as we get deeper in this playoff run. And my take on it is, if we get past the Sixers, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're playing either the Pacers or the Bucks. We saw what happened the first time we played the Bucks with OG. We had a bad first half, and then, as usual, had a huge third quarter, which didn't really happen today. We had that third quarter surge about halfway through the second quarter and carried a 12-point lead into the half, which I like. Controlled the glass. We're in the driver's seat going down the stretch. I think we ended up down 3. The Sixers had a really big third quarter. They were up 3 at the end of the third quarter, and then Josh Hart. He's a dog. He does whatever it takes to win. I think 13 rebounds tonight. I know 9 points down the stretch of that game. He had 3 big threes. And then 2 big free throws to make that 11. A double-double alone right there. Just clutching up. And then Bojan Bogdanovic shooting the lights out early. I think he started 3 for 3 from deep. And if we can get some good production out of him, that is going to be so big. Because it seemed like he couldn't get into a rhythm, and he was stuck in like a place where he wasn't really getting into New York basketball and not shooting as well. And the thing with him is, if he plays defense, he's going to be on the court more. That's the only reason he isn't. Because Thibodeau needs the defense out of him. But I think he's going to... I know he's giving it all. He was trapping, I think it was Kelly Oubre in the corner on a play. He was trying. And I was talking to someone about not having Julius Randle today. And I would say we're not better. We're not worse. We're just different. We're just different without Julius. I think that's the bottom line. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm your host, Ben Bally, and I'll talk to you soon.